All right, yay, I can report. I'm going to make this extremely short and brief compared to our team call tonight because I was not able to record it, but I really feel like you guys missed a lot of valuable information, so I'm redoing it after clearing out some space in my computer. Okay, so first things that we hit on was I am going to open up an event page this week, and from the event page, what you're going to be able to do is, of course, invite people. Now, I don't want you to just be randomly sending people event invites for our upcoming coaching opportunity webinar, but I want you to talk to them first and find out if they're interested, if they'll be able to join the webinar, or if they just want to hear more, because it's also going to be somewhere where I can post the recording. So in the event page, I may be posting info throughout the week, and they'll definitely also, that will be the location that they'll go to get reminders about the event, and then also where I will post the link to do the Zoom call so we can do the webinar. Okay, so I will have that up this week. I'll work on that. The next thing is that I wanted to share the team page. So let me share my screen. First, let me get on the team page here. So I wanted to share the team page with you all to show you where you can go for resources on talking about the coaching opportunity. Okay, so everybody that's went through training should know how to access the team page album section. If not, always at the very top on your desktop, you will see exactly how you can access the album section. If you are using just an iPhone, then you actually have to click where it says on the very top of our team page, pinned post. And it's always going to be pinned to the top. So when you have new coaches coming in, they should be able to see this too. Okay, so what you do on a desktop is you go to Photos, and then you go to Albums, and then the albums is such a huge resource of information, guys. The Coach Online office has so much information too, but what I've done is I have compacted the need to know, or what I feel like coaches ask me the most about, and I put it into the team page in an album section, kind of like a resource library. So if you're not utilizing this, you're really missing out. And not only is there information that you can read, but there's also visuals. So that's what I want to go over with you guys. So I want to talk about breadcrumbing, because breadcrumbing is going to be very important to do this week. So let me go ahead and skip over to breadcrumbing, coaching, and challenges. So this is going to be just a mixture of everything, but you guys can go through, read the examples where we breadcrumb about being a coach, we breadcrumb about our challenge groups, and just, what we have to offer. But I was telling them on the call earlier, one of the big things as I was scrolling through here that I noticed was, one thing that I often talk about a lot is my challenge groups, and how they also help me with accountability. And, something that people need to know is that we're not nutritionists, we're not personal trainers, we're just people that want to encourage and help others along their journey while we're on ours. So that's something I share a lot with coaching. And so one thing that I always like to do at the end of a challenge group is I like to do a little fun post, results are rolling in. And then once I do start to get the results, what I do is I like to calculate them. And so on one group, I had 34 people in 21 days. They lost 271 pounds. I always get a lot of interest on those posts. So again, talking about the challenge groups, sharing with people that you're not just, a health and fitness coach, but you also have a day job. So I did a little post about my day job, play job. Because I'm also a healthcare provider as a registered dental hygienist, so I share that with people. I have two sides of me. Jessica Sassuto did a really good job at really just kind of posting where my office is today. My office today is outside, or my office today maybe at a coffee shop or whatever. So wherever you're at, she did a couple really good posts that talks about, she loves coaching because she can do it anywhere. You can do it on your phone. You can do it in your, if you're a passenger in the car. You can really be a coach from anywhere because it's all online. So she shares that. And that's another thing that I like to share with people is that it's online. It's not something where we go and meet up and we do meetings. I do it on my time. And so I post a lot about, coaching being on my time. It's important for people to know because A lot of people don't want to live by a schedule. That's why I never got into being a personal trainer or doing fitness groups, because I didn't want to live by a schedule. I already had a schedule. I already had a day job. I didn't want to be on somebody else's clock to give me a second job. That's not what my ideal was for doing something for supplement income. Okay, so now one of the newer ones that I've done is I went on here and I put sharing the coaching opportunity album. So it gives you examples of other coaches that shared the opportunity. And one thing I mentioned on the call was one of our newer coaches, Kristen, did a really great job at, sharing that she's now making a little bit extra money to actually put down on her student loans. So I want you guys to realize that no matter where your income is with this, whether, you're like Brooke and I, we've made this a full-time job, we're making a nice income, or you're a beginner and you're only making, $50 a month or, $100 a month, whatever you're making, nothing big or small is too little to talk about, because people, if you think about it, $50 could pay a bill or take you out to a nice dinner. Or if you accumulate that over a year, that could, pay for a vacation. And that's why I got started. I didn't start this to build a business and build an income. I noticed the opportunity when I got into this, but I initially started because I just wanted to be able to, be able to afford doing a vacation for our family without it really hurting us financially. Because when I cut my hours, when I had Reese, that was a struggle. I went to 4 days a week. We were used to vacationing a lot. We loved to travel, and it really sucked because we struggled being able to afford and do the vacations. We had to pull from our savings or pull from our taxes. And this is something that I was like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to start saving money. We can do vacations, and that's what Beachbody will be. That would be my vacation money. So know that even if you're making $50 a month, that can be something really huge for somebody else. You don't have to, whether you're making $50 a month, you're making $1,000 a month, it doesn't matter. You need to be sharing that, because Kristen did a really great job of sharing, this is allowing her to put down an extra $100 a month on her loan. And how awesome would that? How many people, especially as, students that just got out of school, that just want to pay off these dang student loans? So share that. Jason Newsom also did another really great post where he talks about accountability and just doing this for his journey and wanting to help others. So he crafted a really great post around that, because that's why he joined. That's his why. His why is because he wants to help other people, and he wants to be on his own health and fitness journey too, and have the accountability for it. Now you'll see that myself, Bree, Chris, Jessica, we've all crafted other little posts where I've just been kind of done open coach call outs. I do sneak peeks at least once a month, which is a 5-day group. It's a private group that I invite people into to learn more about the coaching opportunity. So typically in my call outs, that's what I do, is I set them up for what I'll be sharing. And if you click on each one of these, you get to read the caption and what I wrote. And so typically most of them, I like to also put a story behind it. So one of them I did is, who are we as coaches? We're moms, we're dads, we're healthcare providers, we're teachers, we're stay-at-home moms, whatever your occupation is. Explain why. Why are you coaching? Don't just sit and say, come join my webinar and learn more about it. This is what we'll be talking about. Blah. That's not going to touch anybody. That's what I did when I first got started, and it really didn't resonate with anybody. But now I share more of my story. And so I don't, on my coach call outs, I don't always get a lot of interest, or I don't get a lot of people commenting or liking or things like that. But what happens is my consistency over time, continuously talking about coaching, I have people that started to approach me and wanting to know more about it. So that's been really neat. And if anybody likes your post, you may even message them, hey, I seen you like my post. Are you interested in coaching? Would you like to know a little bit more about what I do? So I don't see an issue, with messaging those people and just asking them. They liked it for a reason. Maybe they just like the picture. I don't know, but it's worth asking. Okay. And then, with breadcrumbing, one thing that I told coaches earlier is that you need to be sharing the opportunity, because yes, challengers are going to make some amazing coaches. And I want you to really think about people who just want to help somebody else, or they're really into health and fitness, or man, they would be a really great coach. I want you to make sure that you are, posting about this or approaching them, because what happened was I sat and watched my coach for 6 months, and my sister-in-law was actually a coach, and she never talked to me about it. She never told me what it was about. She never asked me if I was interested. She never posted about it on social media. But I watched Brooke for 6 months post about how she was paying off debt. She was going on cruises, and she was running these challenge groups. She was making a supplement weekly income. I mean, those things were all like, wow, okay, what is this? It got me very curious. And then finally she had posted an open call out. I'm going to do a 30-day group where I'm going to be offering training, which is another important thing. I think it's very important to talk about, because I was kind of, I watched her and I was interested, and I was like scared because I didn't know what to do. What does a coach do? I've never done a challenge group. And so when she posted about training, what they would be offering and what she was personally looking for, she really didn't talk about too much what they'd be offering, but more what she was looking for. I called her that night and I signed up that night. Okay. And I want you to keep in mind, don't just do one post, because can you imagine if I missed that post? What would happen? Would I just kept watching? Probably, because Brooke never asked me either. She never approached me about the opportunity. I sat and watched her for a long time. And guess what, guys? I didn't like or comment on any of her stuff. Nothing. I don't know why. I was busy, I guess, scrolling. I don't know. But I didn't. But I watched and I noticed. So keep that in mind. If you're not getting a lot of people liking or commenting, big deal. They're still watching you. Trust me. Okay. So the other resource that I wanted to share with you guys is scripts. And I'm actually going to make this more accessible, because it's kind of just all by itself inviting and script conversations, because there's a lot of different scripts. When you click on the image, you click on the link that's in the caption, it sends you over here to Google Docs, and right here, inviting to the coaching. So I'll try and separate that and put that with probably with talking about the coaching opportunity. That way it's just easier to find. Okay, so when you scroll through sorry, I'm going kind of fast, and it's just going to talk about inviting those who you know and love, trust first, inviting your Rockstar Challenger, inviting your Dream Team coach, and then it talks about inviting someone who's struggling, inviting via enrolling as a VIP discount coach. So I just had somebody that wanted to continue with their Shakeology, and basically what I did is I followed this exact script where I told her, if you're wanting to continue on Shakeology, this is what you can be a preferred customer, and this is a discount you get. And also know that if you want to sign anybody up, I will help you sign them up. They can join my challenge groups, and I will coach them for you while you actually earn the commission. I just ask that you check in on them and encourage them in the group. And so I will post a separate video where I kind of go into this whole discussion with people. But basically what happens is it eases them. Like if somebody actually may be interested in coaching, it eases them into coaching instead of giving them that shock factor of they got to do everything that you got to do, because it's scary to people. And I am going to post a separate video that I want you guys to watch where I talk about inviting your challengers to the coaching opportunity. Okay, so let me go back here. Let me make sure I covered everything that we covered on the call tonight. And then there's other resources on the team page that is already loaded on here, and it's actually on the very last, I think. It is, oh, no, I'm still not to the end. Bear with me. Okay, coaching opportunity webinar. So I've already done a webinar, guys. It's not a live one like when we do with our Zoom calls, but it's kind of like this, but you won't see me on it. It's just going off of slides. And if you click on coaching opportunity webinar, you can find the link right there. And then I did a separate one, which is what do we do as Beachbody coaches? You can click that link, and that's for somebody that's never done a challenge group. They know about Beachbody, but they've never done a challenge group. And so that gives them an idea of what we do as coaches with challenge groups. So typically if somebody says, I've never done a challenge group before, but I know I've done, P90X, or I've heard of P90X or Insanity, or yeah, my friend does 21 Day Fix. And so they are aware, or they are familiar with the Beachbody program, I'll send them these two. Okay. If somebody has no idea what Beachbody is, I will send them an intro to Team Beachbody, which is basically corporate's video of what a Beachbody coach is. Because, if they have no idea what Beachbody is at all, then I think you can kind of lose them with the coaching opportunity. So you definitely want to start there. Okay. And okay, last thing I'm going to talk about is this week's going to be really important to breadcrumb and do your coach callouts. Don't just do one coach callout. Three of a minimum between now and next Tuesday. And so what I told them earlier is, kind of space them out. For example, if you do one on Monday, I would do one again on Thursday, and then I would do one again next Monday before our webinar on Tuesday, January 26th. Okay. And, keep in mind not to do weekends or late nights. So lunchtime is good, and in the evening, usually probably about after 7:30, I think is a good time to be posting things that you want people to see, which obviously is going to be your call out for your webinar. So please keep that in mind. All right, guys, I think I covered pretty much everything that we covered on the team call, and I'm glad I finally cleared up some space off my computer so I could at least redo this for you guys. And, hopefully this is going to be a really great webinar, a good turnout. I really hope that you guys are going to put yourself out there to invite others, because that's what this is all about. It's about sharing the opportunity. And I want you to keep in mind, if you're a coach that you don't know where to go with this, you're not sure, is this a business? Is this something that you want to do? Or say you have a daytime job and you never have interest of ever, cutting your hours, leaving your job. So I want you to keep in mind that just because you feel that way, somebody else may not. So you always want to share what this opportunity has and can provide for somebody. So, keep in mind, even if it's something that you're not able to run with, or, you just kind of do here and there because you enjoy challenge groups, maybe somebody else really wants to take this opportunity like I have, or some of the other leaders on the team have, and they really want to run with it and they want to make a business out of it. How exciting would that be to be able to help somebody receive a supplement income that could possibly even lead to financial freedom or paying off debt for them? So be sharing, because as health and fitness coaches, we don't only help people through their health and fitness journeys, but we actually are able to help them on, of course, an emotional level, personally developing them and building a sense of community, but also helping them create a financial income for them and their family. Okay?